how media shapes Black identity, and how social media fuels racial divide. This question on media, Black identity, and social media carries real weight, so let me give it a full answer, drawing on historical and current context. How media shapes Black identity. American media has long controlled the dominant image of Black people, from D.W. Griffith's Birth of a Nation, 1915, which glorified the KKK and portrayed Black men as predators, to the criminalization of Black faces in nightly news coverage through the 1980s and 1990s crack era. Mainstream outlets manufactured narratives that shaped how America and the world saw Black communities. The Black press pushed back fiercely. Publications like the Chicago Defender, the Pittsburgh Courier, and Afro-American created counter-narratives celebrating Black excellence, political power, and humanity during periods when mainstream media erased those realities entirely. Globally, the pattern repeats. British media coverage of the Windrush generation in the UK shifted from welcoming labor contributors in the 1950s to framing Caribbean immigrants as a problem by the 1970s and 1980s. South African media under apartheid systematically dehumanized Black Africans through state-controlled outlets. Brazil, home to the largest Black population outside Africa, still struggles with underrepresentation and stereotyping in its major television networks. How social media fuels the racial divide. Social media democratized the ability to broadcast. The 2012 murder of Trayvon Martin and the 2014 killing of Michael Brown reached global audiences through Twitter and Facebook in ways legacy media would have buried or minimized. The Black Lives Matter movement moved from a social media post to a global movement, with solidarity demonstrations appearing in the UK, France, Australia, Germany, and Kenya. The algorithm creates a second layer of harm. Platforms like Meta and TikTok amplify outrage, and racial outrage generates massive engagement. Research from the Brookings Institution and multiple digital rights organizations shows that platforms optimize for content that provokes emotional reaction, which means racist content, disinformation targeting Black communities, and anti-immigrant posts spread faster than measured reporting. Globally, this dynamic plays out in parallel. In Brazil, Bolsonaro-aligned social media networks amplified anti-Black and anti-Indigenous sentiment throughout his presidency. In France, far-right social media communities use similar algorithmic dynamics to target North African and Sub-Saharan African communities with dehumanizing content. In the UK, anti-Black racism surged on social platforms following England's 2021 Euro final, when Black players missed penalty kicks and faced a documented wave of coordinated abuse. The American global comparison. America's racial media dynamics carry disproportionate global reach because U.S. platforms, Meta, X, formerly Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, U.S. regulated, set the infrastructure. A racist trope, born in American media history, tends to export. The dangerous Black man stereotype that American film exported through Hollywood has shaped policing attitudes, immigration policy, and social prejudice in countries with relatively small Black populations. The distinction worth noting, countries like Brazil, South Africa, and Nigeria operate with Black majorities or near majorities, giving Black communities stronger institutional presence in media production. American Black media, from Essence to The Griot to Black Enterprise, fights for audience share in a market where mainstream outlets control advertising dollars and distribution infrastructure. Social media gives Black creators and journalists direct audience access, and that power reshapes identity from the inside out, on a global scale, faster than any previous generation experienced. If you like content like this, please like, comment, and subscribe.